Hello everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm excited you are here. Now, I have been in the HR industry for quite a little bit, and in that time I have interviewed hundreds of people looking for a job or looking for their dream role or applying to their dream jobs. Now, I have to tell you, a lot of these employers, we have a really quick way of telling whether you can sell yourself or you are the greatest fit for this company or not. We're normally looking for some keywords here, and we always have a set of questions that we ask every single candidate. Now, for this interview and for this presentation number 2, you're going to be in a mock interview. A mock interview is a way of practicing for your dream job. And I want to share a couple of things here with you. The first thing is you are being interviewed for your dream job. What that means is you have to be excited about your dream job. Not only are you going to be excited, you're going to dress the part. A lot of the times when we are outweighing candidates between one and another, we are looking at their dress profile. And the reason I say this is, oftentimes, not only does it tell that person went the extra mile by dressing up and being in their best suit, it also tells a lot about how they carry themselves. How do you carry yourself on a day-to-day basis? I know you may think this is not the case, but as interviewers, we have a scale where we are actually giving you the grade per se where you fall in that line. And sometimes your dress code or the way you're dressed can put you slightly above a perfect score or slightly below a very poor score. Now, I want you to remember a couple of things here. Number 1, dress the part. Dress the part for the job you want, not the job you have. I've interviewed people who have been pizza delivery guys, and they come in their nice suit and they get the job. I've also interviewed people in Wall Street who come dressed in polo shirts and they don't get the job. It's not because of the way they're dressed, it's because it shows a lot about how much you care for this job. And this is why I'm making it very clear. You're being interviewed for your dream job. Make sure you're dressed the part. Now, ladies, a couple of things I want to share with you here. If this is your dream job for, let's say, an office, or perhaps it is what do you call this? An administrative assistant or a receptionist in an office space. You're working with the public. We are working with people. I want you to keep a couple of things in mind. And these are just suggestions. These are not necessarily what you have to do for the video, but this is more of a suggestion. You don't want to show up with your nails being, 6 inches long, 5 inches long, maybe those curled nails. I'm not even sure what they're called, but those curled nails. You don't want to show up like that because it says a lot about how you care of fitting into the culture of the company. These are just some quick tips. I will also say for gentlemen, I understand that nice scruffy look of your hair and that scruffy look in your face is kind of cute. But remember, you're being interviewed for your dream job. Please make sure that you have a clean cut, clean hair, clean shaven face. Now, I'm not asking you to go, remove your nails and clean your face and, undo your hair or whatnot. What I'm asking you is to just dress the part. If you're looking for a job that you really want, I'm asking you to just clean up. And please record your video in a way that you are presenting yourself to that interviewer. Ladies, another thing I want to just be very cautious with is watch for your cleavage showing. Unless you're being interviewed for a position that requires that, please don't have that in the video. Please make sure that you're dressing the part. Gentlemen, please make sure if you have anything in your face like tattoos and rings and any of those things, for a real interview, I would ask that you remove those. Unless you're interviewing for a tattoo parlor or something in the creative industry where that is welcomed. Other than that, we should be dressed semi-professional. Professional would be a lot of great points, but semi-professional is also a sweet spot. Having said that, I also want to address a couple of things during your interview. Number one, you're going to be asked a set of questions. Every candidate would be asked the same questions, and we score the same way. So here's what I want you to avoid. I want you to avoid saying the words "I deserve." You don't deserve a job. You merit a job. So you don't deserve a job. Just keep that in mind as you record your video. Number two, please stay away from any personal information. And by this I mean, you will hear one of the questions that's a very trick question, and those questions are designed to see how well you're thinking about the process. Please avoid any type of personal information such as, I'm from Habana, Cuba, or I am from Lima, Peru, and I am from Brazil, and I have 3 kids, and we don't want to know that. Honestly, we don't. We want to know why you're a perfect fit for this company, and I'll give you some samples on how to answer that. Please avoid any type of extremely personal information. We do want to share something in our personal life, but I'll share with you how to position that. Now, let's talk about the 3 questions you will be addressing in this video. Video number 2 is a mock interview. There are 3 questions every employer will ask you when they're interviewing you, especially in corporate America. Question number 1 will be, tell me a little bit about yourself. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. This is where you want to stop and make sure you're not sharing all these personal information. That's not necessary. That's not what they're looking for. We are looking to see whether you can present yourself accordingly and whether you can present yourself in an educated manner. That's what we're looking for. Now, how would I answer this question? That's a great thought process. And I'll tell you that it's very different for everyone depending on the job. But let's say I was being interviewed to be a nurse at a hospital. Tell me a little bit about yourself would help me get there. And how I would address that would be something like, well, my name is Betty Flores. Always state your first and last name. Don't state your age. And I have been in this industry for just a little over 2 years, and I absolutely love the medical industry. And there's 3 things that I love the most about it. Number 1, it allows me to spend a little bit more time with those that I love, like my family. You're saying something personal and you're connecting in a personal level. Number 2, it helps me to be with people and to be real with people. Nurses have a lot of impact in people's lives, and I appreciate being able to be of impact in people's lives. And the 3rd thing I love about this industry is really that we get to be with people in some of their most vulnerable times. Being a nurse for me has always been my dream, and working for this company has always been a goal of mine. And that's how you answer that question. You give them those things, a little bit of personal information, like your family is important to you, but then you move into the job and why that job speaks to you. Question number 2 that you will be asked oftentimes. Why are you choosing to work for this company? And let's face it, you can work for any company, but why are you choosing to work for this company? Now, what we're looking for here is we want to make sure that you fit into the culture of the company. Okay? Now, you will have to do a little bit of research here because you will have to know what is the culture of that company. Okay? Now, perhaps you're applying for Publix, let's say. Publix culture is very different than an attorney's office or an engineering company. The culture is very different. I've had the pleasure of working with an incredible group of people at the Walt Disney Company, and the culture there is very different. So what you want to do here is answer why that culture speaks to you. Why are you choosing to work for this company? Here's the answer. In doing a lot of research, I truly understand the values of Publix. Publix truly values their employees and the growth of their employees. They have a great 401k package, and you also have times where I am able to apply for maybe tuition reimbursement. And all of these things also speak about the company and how much you care for your employees. And I really want to be part of a company that values their employees. Okay, we just spoke about Publix and how they value their employees, and you want to be part of that. And what I want you to know here is they know, we as your interviewer, we can see that you research the company, you understand the company, and you want to be part of it. And that, my friends, is a great answer to the questions you will be asked. The third one is, what type of qualifications make you the best candidate for this position? Now, let's face it, there's a lot of competition out there. There's a lot of competition in every single industry. However, what we're looking for as interviewers here is, why should we hire you instead of the 1,000 other people that are actually dying to be interviewed and dying to work for this company? What makes you a better candidate? Here you want to maximize on your accomplishments. So going back to a scenario of perhaps in the medical industry. As you all know, I've shared in previous videos, before I moved into communications, I actually worked for the medical industry. And it was an industry that I loved. I did pharmaceutical sales, and it was an industry that I absolutely loved. I loved that industry because it allows us to be able to understand and help people in their most vulnerable state. What makes me a better qualified person than anybody else really depends on your qualifications. How I would answer this question is, now, Mrs. Gonzalez, I understand that you have been interviewing many candidates and you may have lots of great candidates. And I'm not going to devalue the fact that they bring something great to the table. What makes me a better candidate, I would say maybe not a better candidate, but a candidate that stands out a little bit more, is possibly my passion for the industry. I'm truly passionate about people. I love helping people. I'm empathetic. I can feel their pain. But I also have a process-driven life and a process-driven mindset where I'm here to help them, to guide them, and to take them through this process that they're going through in their health. And because of that, when empathy and process come together, it really makes for the best candidate to be able to help our customers or our patients. Now, what I want you to remember in this answer is, we want to know that you love what you do, and we want to know what makes you stand out versus the person that I'm interviewing next. We want to know all about your passion. We want to know why you love this, you want to do this so much. Now, I'll tell you, my friends, I've interviewed hundreds of people, and only those people who give me good, concise answers, not long answers, not answers that are being read out of a paper, are those people that actually get the job and get the part. Those people that are passionate about what they do, those people that love what they do, and you can tell they love what they do, is those people that actually get the jobs. And sometimes you can think to yourself, I have better qualifications. Why did that person get the job? It's all in how you communicate. That is why this interview, mock interview, will help you in your career. And I hope you learn and you practice and you submit a wonderful mock interview. As far as the instructions, here are the instructions. The instructions are in your folder. You're going to say, hi, my name is, and I'm interviewing for, and say the position. And then you're going to answer those questions. It is a 4-minute max. And I just want you to know that I hope you practice this, because the next time you go into your interview, you will need and you will use every single one of these attributes. I hope you have enjoyed this, and I hope this has helped you for your next presentation. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.